My best friend started acting weird and leaving me cryptic gifts, so I planned a surprise intervention thinking she was planning my birthday party. Then I found her goodbye letters. The first weird thing happened on a Thursday in September when Bailey showed up at my apartment at 6:47 a.m. with a box of Krispy Kreme donuts and coffee from that expensive place downtown. "What's this for?" I asked, still in my pajamas, squinting at the morning light. "No reason, just wanted to. You hate mornings." "I know." She smiled, but something about it seemed off, tight, like she was forcing it. "Can't a girl bring her best friend donuts, I guess?" I took the box. "You feeling okay?" "Perfect. Never better." She hugged me hard, too hard, like she was trying to memorize how it felt. "I gotta run. Work, love you too?" She left before I could ask more questions. I stood in my apartment holding fancy donuts and overpriced coffee, trying to figure out what just happened. Bailey and I had been best friends for 12 years since college. I knew her rhythms. She didn't do spontaneous morning visits. She didn't bring gifts for no reason. Maybe she was excited about something. Maybe she'd gotten a promotion. Maybe she'd finally agreed to go out with that guy from her gym who'd been asking for months. I texted her, "Seriously, what's going on?" She replied 3 hours later, "Nothing, just felt like doing something nice." That okay? "Of course. Just weird. Weird good or weird bad? Weird confusing." She sent a heart emoji and didn't elaborate. Over the next 2 weeks, more strange things happened. Bailey sent me flowers at work. A massive bouquet of sunflowers, my favorite, with a card that said, "For my sunshine." No occasion, no explanation. She invited me to lunch 3 times in 1 week. We usually did lunch once a month, maybe twice if we were both free. 3 times in a week was unprecedented. At each lunch, she asked me questions. Deep questions. "What's your happiest memory? If you could tell your younger self one thing, what would it be? What do you want people to remember about you?" I laughed at that last one. "Bailey, are you writing my eulogy?" Her face went pale, completely white. "What? No. I'm trying to be more intentional about relationships, about life. Since when are you philosophical?" "Since I read this article about mindfulness. Just humor me." So I answered, told her about the road trip we took senior year, told her I'd tell my younger self that everything works out eventually, told her I wanted to be remembered as someone who made people laugh. She wrote it all down in a little notebook. Actually wrote it down, like she was documenting it. "What are you doing?" I asked. "Just remembering. You're being so weird lately." "I know. Sorry." She smiled that tight smile again. "I'm just going through something." "What thing? Talk to me." "It's nothing bad, I promise. I'll tell you soon." I tried to let it go, but the weirdness kept escalating. Bailey started giving me things. Random things from her apartment, a framed photo of us from college. "I have duplicates," she said. "You should have this one." Her favorite coffee mug, the one with the sarcastic quote she'd bought on our trip to Portland. "It's yours now." A cashmere sweater I'd always loved. "You wear it better anyway." Books from her shelves, jewelry from her collection, her grandmother's recipe book. "Bailey, why are you giving me all your stuff?" "I'm decluttering. Minimalism. It's very in right now." "You literally bought new throw pillows last month. You're not a minimalist." "Well, I'm becoming one." She also started taking photos. Constantly. Her phone was always out, taking pictures of us together. Selfies at coffee shops, candid shots at the park, videos of us laughing. "What's with all the photos?" I asked. "I want to document our friendship. Remember the good times. We're not dying. We'll have more good times." She looked away. "I know. You never know, right? Life is short. Did something happen? Are you okay?" "I'm fine. Really. Just appreciating what I have." By early October, I'd convinced myself I knew what was happening. My birthday was in 6 weeks. Bailey was planning something big, a surprise party, maybe a trip. That's why she was being weird and sentimental and asking deep questions. She was gathering material for a toast or a video montage. The gifts were probably to throw me off, make me think it wasn't about my birthday. Reverse psychology. I felt silly for being worried. This was just Bailey being Bailey, planning something elaborate and thoughtful. I mentioned my theory to our mutual friend Hannah. "Bailey's definitely planning something for my birthday," I said. "She's being so obvious about it." Hannah's face did something weird. "Why do you think that?" All the questions, the photos, the gifts. "She's documenting our friendship for some kind of presentation. Maybe she's just..." Hannah trailed off. "Maybe there's another reason." "Like what?" "I don't know. Maybe you should talk to her. I don't want to ruin the surprise." Hannah looked like she wanted to say more but didn't. 2 weeks later, Bailey invited me to her parents' house for dinner. "Why?" I asked. "They miss you. They want to see you. Your parents want to see me. They've always loved you. Come on, please." So I went. Showed up at the Hendersons' house on a Saturday evening in mid-October. Bailey's mom hugged me at the door. Held on too long. When she pulled back, her eyes were wet. "You okay, Mrs. Henderson?" "Fine. Just happy to see you." She wiped her eyes. "Bailey talks about you constantly. You mean so much to her. She means a lot to me, too." Dinner was strange. Bailey's parents kept looking at me like they were memorizing my face. Her dad told stories about when Bailey and I were in college. All the trouble we'd gotten into, how inseparable we'd been. "Remember when you two drove to the beach at 2 a.m. because Bailey wanted to see the sunrise?" he said. "That was a great trip." I said. Bailey says it's her favorite memory, her mom added. She talks about it all the time lately. After dinner, Bailey's mom pulled me aside. Thank you, she said. For what? For being such a good friend to our daughter. She's lucky to have you. I'm lucky to have her. Her mom's face crumpled. She hugged me again, crying into my shoulder. Mom, Bailey said sharply. Stop. I'm sorry. Mom, please. Mrs. Henderson pulled away, wiping her face. Sorry, I'm emotional lately. I drove home confused. Something was definitely going on. Maybe Bailey's parents were in on the birthday surprise. Maybe they were just being sentimental, but the crying seemed excessive. 3 days later, I found the first letter. It was in my mailbox, a cream-colored envelope with my name written in Bailey's handwriting. No stamp. She must have dropped it off. Inside was a handwritten letter on nice stationery. Dear Maggie, I need you to know how much you've meant to me. 12 years of friendship, 12 years of laughter and tears and adventures and stupid decisions and late-night conversations and inside jokes that nobody else understands. You've been my person, my safe place, the one I call when everything falls apart, the one who knows me better than I know myself. I don't say it enough, but I love you. You're not just my best friend. You're my sister, my soulmate, the best thing that ever happened to me. Thank you for being you. Thank you for accepting me. Thank you for 12 perfect years. All my love, Bailey. My throat got tight reading it. This was sweet, but also incredibly intense. Way more emotional than a birthday surprise required. I texted Bailey, got your letter? You okay? This is really intense. I'm fine. Just wanted you to know how I feel. It's beautiful. But are you sure you're okay? Promise. Love you. The second letter arrived a week later. This one was even more emotional. Pages about specific memories. The time I stayed with her for 3 days when her grandmother died. The time she helped me through my breakup with James. The road trips. The movie marathons. The 2 a.m. phone calls. You saved me more times than you know, she wrote. When I felt invisible, you saw me. When I felt worthless, you reminded me I mattered. I wouldn't have survived these years without you. She ended with, please remember that you made my life better just by being in it. Whatever happens, that's true. Whatever happens, I called her. Bailey, what does whatever happens mean? Nothing. Just, life is unpredictable. Are you moving? Did you get a job somewhere else? No. Then what's with all the letters, the gifts, the weird behavior? Her voice cracked. I'm just trying to make sure you know how I feel. While I can. While you can? What does that mean? I have to go. Love you. She hung up. I sat staring at my phone, my hands shaking. Something was very wrong. I called Hannah. Something's wrong with Bailey. I know. You know? What do you know? Long pause. I can't tell you. She made me promise. Hannah, she's scaring me. She's giving away her stuff. Writing goodbye letters. Her parents were crying. What's happening? You need to talk to Bailey. She won't tell me anything. Keep trying. I tried. Bailey avoided my calls for 3 days. Finally answered on day 4. We need to talk, I said. In person. Now. Okay. We met at our coffee shop, the one we'd been going to for 12 years. Bailey looked tired, thin, like she hadn't been sleeping or eating. Tell me the truth, I said. What's going on? I told you. Nothing. Bullshit. The letters, the gifts, your mom crying, whatever happens. Bailey, I'm not stupid. She stared into her coffee. I don't want to do this yet. Do what yet? Tell you. Tell me what? She was crying now, silent tears running down her face. I wanted more time. I wanted to wait until after your birthday. Give you one more normal birthday before everything changed. My stomach dropped. Before what changed? She looked up, met my eyes. I'm sick, Maggie. The world stopped. What? I'm sick. Cancer. Stage 4. It's in my lungs, my liver, my bones. I couldn't breathe, couldn't process what she was saying. You're not. I got the diagnosis in August, 3 months ago. They gave me 6 to 9 months. August, 3 months ago, right before the weird behavior started. Why didn't you tell me? Because I didn't want this. I didn't want you looking at me like that, like I'm already dead. Bailey, I wanted to spend whatever time I have left being your friend, not being your dying friend. I wanted normal, as long as I could have it. The donuts, the lunches, the questions. I was saying goodbye, without saying it, making memories, getting my affairs in order. The gifts. I wanted you to have pieces of me, things to remember me by. I started crying, hard, ugly crying that made my whole body shake. This can't be real. I know. There has to be treatment. Something they can do. There's nothing. It's everywhere. They can maybe give me a few extra months with chemo, but it would make me so sick I couldn't do anything. I'd rather have 6 good months than 9 months of being too sick to live. Bailey, no, please, there has to be. I've accepted it, Maggie. I need you to accept it too. I can't lose you. You're not losing me yet. I'm still here. I'm still me. I have an expiration date now. We sat in that coffee shop crying until the barista asked if we were okay. The next few weeks were a blur. Bailey told me everything. The symptoms she'd been ignoring for months. The persistent cough, the weight loss, the pain in her ribs she'd blamed on sleeping wrong. By the time she'd finally gone to the doctor, it was stage 4, inoperable, terminal. She'd spent September getting her affairs in order, writing letters, making videos, planning her funeral, saying goodbye to people without actually saying goodbye. I wrote you 12 letters, she said. 1 for every year we've been friends. Your mom has them. She'll give you one on each anniversary of my death. Don't talk like that. Maggie, I'm dying. We have to talk about it. I hate this. I hate all of this. Me too. Bailey lasted 5 months, not 6. The cancer moved faster than they'd predicted. By December, she was in hospice. By January, she could barely stay awake. By February, she was gone. She died on February 14th at 3:27 a.m. with her family around her. I'd left the hospice center at midnight to get coffee. I wasn't there. I got the call from her mom at 3:45 a.m. Drove back to the hospice, but Bailey was already gone. Already just a body. Not my person anymore. I've gotten 4 letters so far, one on each anniversary. Each one destroys me all over again. The first one said, I hope you're okay. I hope you're laughing again. I hope you remember the good times more than you remember watching me die. The second one said, I hope you found a new person. Someone to call at 2 a.m. Someone who gets you. You deserve that. The third one said, I hope you went on that Europe trip we always planned. Take photos for me. Eat all the croissants. The fourth one, this year's letter, said, I hope you know I never stopped fighting. Not because I thought I could win, but because every extra day meant one more day with you. I have 8 more letters coming. 8 more years of Bailey reaching out from death to remind me she loved me. Sometimes I go back and read our text messages from September, before I knew, when I thought she was planning my birthday surprise. You're being so weird, I'd written. I know, sorry, she'd replied. She wasn't planning a party. She was planning to die. And I was too stupid to see it. The gifts I kept refusing, you don't need to give me your stuff, were her trying to leave pieces of herself behind. The photos I complained about, why are you taking so many pictures, were her trying to remember me. The questions about my happiest memory and what I wanted to be remembered for weren't philosophical exercises. They were her making sure she knew me, really knew me, before she left. I missed all of it, completely misunderstood everything. Thought my dying best friend was throwing me a birthday party. It's been 4 years. I still can't listen to the song we called our song. Still can't go to our coffee shop. Still can't look at sunflowers without crying. I got the Europe trip photos finally. Went last summer. Cried in front of the Eiffel Tower while eating a croissant, holding my phone up like Bailey could see it somehow. In 8 years, I'll get her last letter, the 12th one. I don't know what it says. Don't know if I'll be ready, but I know it'll wreck me, the same way that first weird morning with donuts and coffee wrecked me if I'd only known what it meant. Bailey saying goodbye the only way she knew how, with small kindnesses and uncomfortable questions and gifts I didn't understand until it was too late to tell her thank you.